We all have dreams and desires. My dream and desire as a little girl, like my number one desire, was always to sing and dance. And I did. I sang on stages. And then 12 years old hit. I think 13 was the last year that I performed. And I went through a radical transition in my childhood. Long story short, I shut down my light. I felt really afraid to take center stage and do what I came here to do and sing and dance. And some of you have seen this in the membership. It has just crept up on me over and over again, this desire to sing, like a real deep calling to free my voice. I signed up for a sound healing course, a certification program, and I just finished it. What I didn't expect is the teacher was like, all right, now we're going to go to karaoke tonight. Everybody, let's go to karaoke. It's a huge packed bar. He's like, this isn't about perfection. It's about courage. And I'm like, no, no, no. I've never done karaoke in my life. And to not prepare to sing in front of people would be crush my whole conditioning. So I really tried to get out of it. He looked at me and he goes, Veronica, and I'm saying this to you all now, whatever your dream is, it's not about perfection. It is simply about courage. And you've probably heard me say this to you, but someone giving me my own medicine, and I was like, yeah, that's really nice and all. But in this circumstance, it's different. It's too vulnerable to get on stage and sing. I can speak, I can inspire a room, but to sing was terrifying. He said, courage. Can you give yourself permission to have the courage? I don't know why, but I choose a Mariah Carey song that I used to sing, which is very difficult to sing because she's like, she's like up there. I'm watching all my peers like get on stage and all these strangers and beautiful souls. And next thing you know, it's like 10 at night and there's still 7 people in front of me. And there was a perfect excuse, like, I need to get to class tomorrow morning early. Like, I'm just going to go. And I start feeling really nervous. And I am preparing to leave. And I'm like, oh, I'll do karaoke once I'm back in Portugal. A woman gets on stage from our group and she is terrified. She's never done it before. She tells the whole room, I've never done this. Please sing with me. I'm so scared. And she goes to sing. And although not very much came out because she was really, really scared, her energy was like, sing with me. Like she just really stood there in the wobble, even like the impossibility of getting her voice out. But her energy was so freaking beautiful and powerful. And she wasn't beating herself up. She was on stage and proud of herself for having the courage. When she came off stage, I just ran to her and I gave her the biggest hug. And I'm like, you're literally my hero. You're amazing. And she's like, you have 7, you're next. Like you're in 6 or 5 more songs. I'm like, yeah, I'm going, but I love you and you're amazing. And she goes, well, what do you mean? Like, have you practiced? And I said, no. So she goes, oh, like, cause I'm like, I don't even know if I remember the song. I used to sing it 15 years ago in my house. I love the lyrics to the song Hero by Mariah Carey. So she takes me outside and midwifes me into practicing this song a little bit. And she's like holding me and just the warmest, most loving person you've ever met. This is why community is so important. This would not have happened without her. She's like, wow, your voice is so beautiful. But by the end, you could see how scared I was because I was like shaking, like my voice was shaking. And then I'm coming up on, like, my name is popping up. And she's like, okay, you got to go. And she's like, last resort. Like I could see her going, what do I do to help her? She's like, okay, take a breath and call on your angels. And I'm like, call on your angels. Oh my God, I need help. Like, I can't do this alone because I'm going to collapse on that stage. Right before I got on stage, I'm like, angels, if I have a flock of angels around me, can you please help me to sing and enjoy my time on that stage? And then I got on stage, the song starts to play. And I just went for it. I went for it. It was far from perfect. Strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone. But I like went up high in the notes. I didn't shrink. I was like on that stage, and that 13-year-old girl got her life back on that stage.
Dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away.
Stood there, and as I look up while I was singing, the entire bar, strangers and everything, pull up their freaking phones, their flashlights on, and they all are with me, all these people. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I get off the stage and everyone's like, you're meant to be up there. So here's why I'm sharing this with you, because as soon as they were giving me compliments, what happened for me is I thought they were all lying. I actually thought that they were pitying me. This is really important what I'm about to tell you, because this is how the blocks work when you have the perfectionist heavily running your life, which I thought I overcame. But no, no, no. It's something I'm still overcoming. When they all came up to me and said, "Oh my God, you clearly have done this before. Like, this is your gift. Like, you need to develop your voice. Like, this is what you're meant to be doing." I literally thought they were pitying me and felt so bad for me because I made such a fool of myself that they were trying to make me feel better. I couldn't let in a tiny bit of a compliment. I was really confused, honestly, because all these people, strangers, wow, high-fiving me. That was amazing. Wow, like your energy, there's something about you, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't let any of it in. I was like, thanks, thanks, okay, thanks. And then this one guy looks at me and he says, and he's a straight shooter. He was helping with the sound healing certification. He's like, you don't get it. Like, you actually have a gift. And so I was able to take his feedback in. A tiny, 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 tiny flicker of light came in. And I was like, what if I've just been so hard on myself my entire life and I've never let in a compliment unless it was perfect, which means I never actually let in a compliment because perfection isn't possible. And so I would nitpick and see every flaw. And instead of letting in a compliment or to really allow myself to dream big and go there, go for it, and more than anything, for the sake of fun. Like, my little girl got to sing on stage. Who cares if it sounded bad or good? She was having fun, like what I did as a kid. But the perfectionist will rob us of going for our dreams. And it's really important. And I had to do some deep work after this and reflect and go, why is the perfectionist headlock blocking me? Is the perfectionist headlock blocking your dreams, your relationships, any area of your life? If so, just put perfectionist in the chat and I'll look at your comments. Really, what's important here is when I went home that night, I watched, because one of the girls recorded it, and I watched it for 2 hours. And I was like, is this bad? Is this good? And eventually I came to the place of, oh my God, I embarrassed the crap out of myself. And I was so mean in my head. And I was trying to get through it. And then I did some of the diamond process work, the 5 A's. I was like, it's okay, sweetheart. And I fell asleep. I got to class late, 30 minutes late. I almost skipped class because I was so embarrassed about the night before. This is the real stuff that goes on. And when I walk in, the whole room is standing there waiting for me. They're playing the Mariah Carey song Hero, and they're like, you're our hero, you're our hero, like the entire room. And then I was able to share with them what I had just gone through, and there was a huge healing that took place. I am sharing this so that the frequency upgrade we get today is that we are here to have fun and play. We are here to relieve ourselves from pressure. We are here for the pleasure of life. We are here for the messy, shaky knees, singing anyway. What is the dream that you want to go for, but you've been telling yourself that you can't, that it's not possible, or that you're just not good enough? And I'm telling you right now that together, this is why we're here. We are here to say F off to the perfectionist, to the society that has programmed us to be small, really small. really, really small and compliant, and be a mess instead. Be a masterpiece instead. Get on the stage and take up space. Share your voice, share your message, share your love with the people that you want to, that you've been putting in boxes, wanting them to be some way. And instead, you know what? They're messy too. Let's like love much, much bigger, starting with ourselves. And I'm on the path with you. I'm unwinding this right now, realizing, whoa, this was a very real trauma response. Perfectionism can be a very real trauma response and a very valuable way of staying safe. My innocent mind as a little girl, because my father raised me and was a perfectionist, and I watched my mom go through some really hard things, go homeless, things like that. I made a very innocent choice that I'm going to be perfect. I'm going to be freaking flawless. So my dad accepts me so that I'm safe. And so I have a place in this world. And that was important then. And it is a trap now. So who here is ready to blow off the lid of perfectionism, be extremely gentle with one's self, and actually take that first step? Like for me, that next step is I'm going to be on stage a lot in Portugal singing karaoke. Because they're going to be like, who is this American girl? Like, get her out of here. And I'm going to be like, nope, like I'm taking up space with my shaky voice and everything. So I hope that this serves you in some. Oh, I love it. I'm ready. You're so welcome. I'm so glad this has landed. Oh my goodness. Wow, so powerful. Fun instead of perfection. You got me right there. Tears are coming up. This is crazy to hear for me. I've not been able to log on with our sisterhood in a long time. And today, thankfully, I'm able to. And this story is so fitting for me for what I'm having to do soon. It's been impossible for me to cry in months, and I feel it coming up now. Thank you. You're so welcome. But let's take a deep breath. Let's shake off everything I just said and exhale it out. Just notice what you're feeling physically in your body. Bring your full attention home to yourself, to your body. Take a deep inhale in. You might have to start with an exhale to make space, and then inhale in. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And as you exhale it out, just let whatever needs to drop, drop. Let it go. Deep, deep breath in. And exhaling it out. Good. And as you're tuning in here, just notice, ask yourself, what am I feeling and where do I feel it in my body? Just naming and locating the feeling. And as you're breathing, bring some love and attention and awareness to what you're feeling, and let that feeling expand. Let that feeling expand. Let it fully, fully be here. And letting your shoulders relax, letting your jaw relax, letting your hips soften, your belly soften, the palms and soles of your feet just opening, receptive, connected, grounding into the earth with your sits bones or your feet, just imagining a cord connecting down to the center of the earth so you're held. And that from this rooted place, letting yourself expand, like your spine elongating. And as your crown opens and letting some light in from overhead. And I want you to imagine that your solar plexus, the sunshine in your belly, is a golden, bright light. And let that fire, that sunshine right at your solar plexus burn really, really bright, just letting it brighten, brighten. This is the energetic center of self-esteem, self-confidence. Let it engine strongly here. And let it burn up anything that has been holding you back, holding back your confidence. You are more than enough. We are more than enough. And just let that fire burn up any of the thoughts that are just programs that have been limiting your life in any way. And now letting that light, that power in the solar plexus start to engine the heart. So that light is actually coming up to the heart. And now feeling your heart chakra brightening, expanding, almost like you have this beautiful pink light coming from the heart, and there's a beautiful red center point at the center of the heart. That is the space of discernment, letting that red center of this pink, bright pink, beautiful heart center get really vivid in color. And now letting that rise up to the throat chakra, clearing away anything that's been holding back your voice, your truth, your authentic expression. And I'm just going to ask that we take a deep breath together, and on the exhale, just silently hum. It's like you're going to hum with your mouth closed. So sending the vibration of to the throat. So taking a deep, deep breath in, breathing in, and then humming out with your lips closed so that the humming vibration is sent into your throat chakra and through your body. Okay, deep, deep breath in. And exhaling with a hum. Okay, now as you inhale up to the third eye and the crown, and also bring this energy down to the second chakra, so to the pelvic floor. And just play with the color green there. This is something I just learned in my sound healing workshop. I know it's usually orange, but try the color green, bright emerald green in the second chakra. Creativity, sensuality, abundance. Now down to the root, a bright red, ruby red color at the root chakra. Ooh, okay, taking a deep breath in and sweeping your arms out to your sides, pulling the breath in. Stretching, stretching, taking up space. Woo. Stretching it out, and then bringing your palms to your heart. So who has a question?